When babies arrive, the parents' world changes. Everyone talks about the changes in physical appearance, sleeplessness, little control over schedule. But the one thing no one talks about is the financial hit that comes after having kids. While babies bring some of the best moments in life for a parent, it's not always easy on the pocket. And therefore, we are going to talk about few tips I learned in the last few years after having my son on how we can plan our finances better and not to go broke. Are you ready? Let's get started. First things first, create a budget. It is the first step towards managing money effectively. A budget helps you keep track of what's in your bank account and how much you can spend. With a new child, there are additional expenses that you need to account for, such as diapers, formula, childcare. Make a list of all your expenses and stick to the budget no matter what. Be realistic and don't include expenses that you cannot afford. Next thing is wants versus needs. Once you have a budget in place, prioritize your expenses on what's more important. Typical examples of needs will be house rent or mortgage or grocery, water and electricity bills, hygiene and education. Everything else is wants. Eating out at fancy restaurants, driving an expensive car, buying designer bags. Remember, they are wants, not needs. If you have friends who do all of that, but you're struggling to make ends meet, I would say just ignore them and stay in your lane. Research shows that you're more likely to drive an expensive car if your neighbors drive expensive cars. We are heavily influenced by people around us and what they do with their money. If you can't afford, you have to ignore the house they live in, the holidays they take, the shoes they buy. Stop following them on Instagram and focus on what's important for you and your family. You have no idea what their finances are like, and vice versa, they don't know yours. Everyone's priority is different. You have to put on blinders and focus on your own life. Also, it's a good example to set in front of your kids. Kids learn a lot from parents, and therefore the judgment of what you need versus what you don't need is a good life skill to have. Now that we've talked about creating a budget and understand the difference between wants and needs, let's talk about savings. The idea is that when we get the paycheck, the first thing to do is put 20 to 30% of that in the savings account. It means we're always ready for a rainy day. It means we have the flexibility and freedom to pursue any new opportunities or make any life changes like starting a business, moving to a new city, or taking a sabbatical. This also includes having an emergency fund, which is essential for unexpected expenses such as medical bills or car repairs. We should always aim to save up to 6 months worth of living expenses in an emergency fund to ensure we're prepared for any surprises. The best way to keep an emergency fund is to put it in a different bank account. To make saving easier, consider automating your savings. Set up automatic transfers from your current account to your savings account and ensure you're consistently saving. Another important tip for new parents is to track expenses regularly. This will help us identify where we can cut back on spending and save some extra cash. Another tip for new parents is to consider second-hand items. Babies grow super fast and they outgrow their clothes quickly, and therefore consider buying second-hand items instead of purchasing new items. It can be a game changer. By purchasing gently used items from Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Gumtree, we can save a lot of money and save it for later. We all know life is uncertain, and therefore as a parent, it's important to have life insurance to protect your family in the event of your death. Consider purchasing a term life insurance policy to provide financial support to your family in the event of your passing. Protecting your family against the unexpected is a way to give yourself peace of mind and enjoy the present with them more fully. It provides financial security, helps to pay off debts, and helps to pay living expenses or any medical or final expenses if you're not around. Remember that the earlier you buy life insurance, the less the premium will be, and therefore get an insurance policy as early as you can. Consider switching to a better job with raise. If you feel stuck in a job where you're not saving enough, it's good time to consider switching to a job with better salary. It means you can pay off the debt earlier, save for the future, and improve your overall financial situation. This can help you learn new skills, gain new experiences, and advance your career, which could help you and your family in the long run. While there are benefits to switching job for better money, we should always consider factors like settling in time spent to learn on the job, especially if it's a different role. If you have loads of flexibility in the current job, which may not be offered in the new one, the decision should be taken carefully because it might impact the ability for you to spend time with your family. So it depends a lot on what your current situation is, and consider all aspects before deciding. The last but very important, remember, raising a family is a joint effort and you don't have to do it all by yourself. Involve your partner if possible. Have an open conversation with your partner about your financial goals and work together as a team to achieve them. By communicating about your financial situations and goals, you can avoid financial stress and work towards a secure financial future for your family. I've used the word financial so many times. Oops. In the end, I would conclude by saying that yes, raising kids is expensive, but with proper planning and budgeting, you can manage your finances effectively again. All of the tips we talked here are about setting good money habits that will keep you prosperous for the rest of your lives. These are also good ways to teach kids as we prepare them as responsible adults for the future. When they see parents setting healthy money habits, they will learn the same and make better financial decisions in life. I hope you found this video useful. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care. Bye bye.